We got a couple of there's a couple of events coming up here in the month of January we want to kind of talk about. First one is, have you heard of an event called Winter Heat? And it's hot in here,
That's
isn't
on
it?
Michael's OnlyFans account.
Hamactive.com, Winter Heat Amateur Radio Simplex event. And this actually started January 1st, and its entire goal is to make contacts FM 2 meters and 440 megahertz UHF, VHF, UHF. So it's something that you can, if you're a technician, you don't have a really big station, just a 50-watt mobile radio, you can kind of get into this and have a lot of fun. So the thing about it is it's the epicenter of Winter Heat is kind of in the middle of Illinois. That's where it sort of started a couple of years ago, and it sort of spread out from there. I mean, let's see if I can I found some. They got a participant map here. I mean, there's people. There's there's people all over the country that are kind of getting into it. I see in urban centers there's more and more people registered, but a lot of the activities in the upper Midwest here. And in fact, they even had a event QSO map. Let's see if this thing can pull up here. I thought this was kind of neat. Oops. Come on.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they got an online logging system, so they can see, you can see in near real time on how this contest was going.
Pretty decent QSOs there.
Oh yeah,
there one from like northern Indiana all the way down to Georgia.
Yeah, hundreds of miles. People are doing hundreds of miles, and this is on FM, VHF FM. So we've had some good ducting too the last couple days, with this warm weather we've been having here in the Midwest. So I think that's really helped things out. So check it out. If if you're in the Midwest, excuse me, you might have better results in getting active with it. But like I said, it's kind of spreading everywhere. So it's sort of a, so you can do digital, you can do FM, 6 meters, I guess, too. So it's, check it out, hamactive.com, the Winter Heat.
Yeah. You guys, if you once in a while, try 2 meter simplex. Go out there and have a little bit of fun with that, because not a lot of people get into it. But when the band's open, it's really, really fun. It's exciting. One day I was driving to visit a friend to the east of us, and all of a sudden at 5.2, someone started calling CQ. And that guy all the way up in the UP, up by the Mackinac Bridge. And I'm like, well, that's almost 200 miles. He's like, give or take, about 200. And we had a little conversation while I was running mobile. I mean, he had a little bit of tower and he was running some power, but it was weird. I'm like, I'm talking to you on my truck on 2 meters. This is fun. Yep. It's always a blast. So always have 5.2 and just give a call once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, last Saturday, I was up on Rib Mountain, doing a Parks on the Air activation, and I started out on, I said, I just pulled in before I set all my other stuff up. I said, well, I'm just going to get onto the mobile on 5.2 simplex and see who I can get. I got 7 contacts. So it was a good way
to start out activation.
Yeah. Well, 4 of them were locals, and then Gleason, Tomahawk. Tomahawk's like 40 some miles away.
Yep.
So it's give a shout on simplex. You'll be surprised who's out there listening. And then the second big thing that's coming up is, and this is Joe's salivating, Winter Field Day.
Or what we like to call Boys Weekend.
Oh.
Break out the grog.
There we go. A little bit of, there's some changes this year. Well, the organization is under new leadership.
Under new
So
management.
under new management, I don't think there's not any significant rules changes this year. So and with the winter field day, basically, you know, it's yeah, that last weekend in January. In the community, it's kind of like summer field day, except it's a lot colder. You can operate outdoors, you can operate indoors, you can operate out of your vehicle or your camper or something like that. So it's yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've done it. We've done winter field day for 4 years, 5.
Yeah. More than that, I think probably 5 years at first. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe even a little bit longer than that. We've been doing it for a while. It's always a great time. We usually throw a couple antennas. We go. I have a friend's house. Well, I know it's got to be more than that. We were out in the hole in Marion the first time we did it.
The first time we did it, we were out in that terrible hunting shack.
Oh God, no, that's great hunting shack. And I think you made did you make a 160-meter flat top, or what? What did you have for an antenna?
I tried to do an 80-meter flat top, but because the shack was practically sitting in an old abandoned quarry.
It's in a gravel pit. It's in a gravel pit.
Yeah. So the the legs were like, and you know, they were at the top of the pit, and then it hung
below
down.
Ground level.
Yeah, most of it was below ground level.
They were. But that's all right. We had a good time. The next year I went out there and for winter field day by myself, and I think that's the year I got New Zealand at like 4 o'clock in the morning on 40 meters. So, no, it's fun. It really is fun. So that's end of the month. I operate a lot like regular field day. They do say it is an emergency communication exercise. I just say it's fun to get out and play radio once in a while.
I think it's a little bit more casual than summer field day. It's just a little more laid back. Because
you know, I've said this before about emergency. I just don't follow the emergency communication thing with radio as much as other people do. You know, but I do like to get out there and have a good time, and you know, throw yourself in a situation where you do have to put something together, right? You know, you're out. You're not at home where you have access to everything. You're usually limited by what's you brought in your car. And if you didn't bring it, you ain't running it, right? So, but it's a good time, and especially if you got some friends with a similar disability like us. Get on out there, call CQ, have a good time.
Drinking club with a radio problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It'll be good. We've done a few videos on winter field day, and it's always a good time. Like I said, a little more laid back, and I like it that way. KB9VBR antennas are simple, effective, and affordable VHF and UHF antennas for amateur radio, MERS, public safety, and GMRS. Made in the USA with quality parts. Get yours online at jpole-antenna.com.